Refreshing stories. My name is Hiroshi. I'm 23 years old, and I'm currently working multiple part-time jobs to get by. I actually dropped out of high school for a couple of reasons, and so my academic history ends in middle school. So there's really not a lot of places that are willing to hire me. But this happened.
Hey, Dad! Let me help you with baking again. So how many tons of flour do you need?
Hiroshi! We won't be using that much flour. And today, we won't be making as much bread as we usually do.
What? Really? Why? Wait, are we going under?
No, of course not. It's just that it's raining today, so there's probably going to be fewer customers than usual. We don't want to end up having to throw out any leftovers, now do we?
I see. I really wanted to bake a lot of bread with you.
Well, you can help me out this weekend. The weather's going to be great, and the summer festival is going to be held this weekend. So we're going to be busy.
Okay, I'll do my best.
That was me when I was still in grade school. I was adorable, right? And just like that, I was living happily with my mom and dad. We were in a small town, but the people in it loved my dad's bread. But when I was in middle school, my father suddenly passed away. My mom started working to pay off the loans we took out to open the bakery, as well as my high school tuition. But the weight was too much for her. She ended up becoming ill, and now she can't leave her bed. So I ended up quitting high school and started working part-time at various places to pay off my mom's hospital bills. Phew. Guess this is it for this construction site. I gotta find a different job during my lunch break. My mom's hospital bills are stacking up. I might not be able to pay back next month's loans. Huh? Skynet's is hiring employees for their warehouse? They don't care about academic records, huh? And I guess anyone can do this job. And you're getting a $3,000 signing bonus? All right, this is perfect! And that's how I ended up applying for the Skynet's job. Skynet's is a chain of family diners owned by Cyberpine Inc. But they got a new CEO recently, and he implemented a new digitized administration system. But apparently that system hasn't been working too well. And recently, they've lost a lot of their share of the market. They're not doing too well right now. Hello. Nice to meet you, sir. My name is Hiroshi Ohira. I'm 23 years old, single, and a high school dropout. But I'm gonna work my ass off for this company.
I don't care if you're single or not. God, I wish we could hire a hot girl or something instead of a guy like you, but I guess we don't have a choice. Can you start tomorrow?
Of course. Thank you, sir. Can I receive that signing bonus right away then, sir?
Oh yeah, here, sign this then.
Yes, sir. The first clause.
Don't read it, you fool! Hurry up and sign it!
Huh? What? Okay.
Alright, here's your $3,000. Now you better work your ass off!
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Whoa! I can't believe the CEO interviewed me himself. I guess they're really low on staff. Well, I secured a new job, so let's get to work. And so, the next day, after I finished my side gig of newspaper delivery, I made my way to the Skynet's headquarters. Oh hey, Mr. Ohira! We were waiting for you, over here! Huh? Oh, by the way, I'll have you know that I'm a grown adult. The name's Bunta. I'm your manager. Used to be a franchise owner, but my employees started calling me Boss Baby and made fun of me. So I quit my job there and became a manager at the company headquarters. Oh, I see. I'm sorry about that. But why are you here, though? I'm supposed to be working in the warehouse, right? Well, our department's low on staff right now, and when I told the CEO about it, he said you'd join us starting today. Huh? But I'm only fit for physical labor. I'm not really sure what my job would be, but I don't think I'm fit to work at the company headquarters. Well, you're just gonna be checking if each franchise restaurant has enough stock. I've been told directly by the CEO to use you as part of my staff starting today. But that wasn't part of the deal. And I've never even touched a computer before. Not my problem. But you're gonna have to learn how to use a computer, though. Let me talk to the CEO. Sir, where are you? Wait a minute! Excuse me, sir, do you have a minute?
Nah, goddammit! I was playing Mario Kart, you idiot! God, now I'm in last place because of you!
Wait, you're playing games at work? Anyway, sir, Why did you send me over to the franchise management department? That's not part of the deal.
I didn't have a choice. Boss Baby needed some more workers, so we gotta help each other out, you know?
I guess. But I've never even touched a computer before. I don't think I'll be able to help out at management.
That sounds like a you problem. Don't blame me for that.
So, can you send me to the warehouse?
Oh, shut up! If you're gonna keep on bugging me about this, I'll fire you!
Wait, but...
You better return the signing bonus you got yesterday. Actually, you better return it tenfold!
What the hell are you talking about? What do you mean?
It's all in the contract you signed yesterday. If you get fired, you have to return $30,000 to the company.
No! But I didn't even have the chance to read the contract!
But that's your fault, isn't it? If you don't want to get fired, get to work! But if you can't double our sales, I'm gonna fire you on the spot!
That's terrible!
Well, you brought this all upon yourself. It's not my fault you're a high school dropout. Now get out of my office! I'm busy, unlike you!
Ow! God, what am I gonna do? I'll do my best to teach you everything, so don't give up. Thank you, sir. But do you think I could actually double the sales? Well, we're wasting a lot of money on food we don't end up using. So if we can get rid of that wasted expense, I think it's possible. Food you guys don't use? What do you mean by that? Well, right now we're sending in too much food to each restaurant. But if we send too little, we won't be able to sell as much as we coulda. So that's part of the reason we're struggling right now. Then just send them however much they need. Well, our CEO relies exclusively on past sales numbers, so we send a fixed amount of ingredients to each restaurant every day. So some restaurants get too little, and others get too much. But he insists on relying on past sales numbers. So, then what does our department even do? Well, it's company policy, so we can't really change it. But my job is to record how much food is actually going to waste, and it turns into tangible data. But right now, I'm keeping track of around 200 restaurants by myself. That's a bit of a challenge, to tell you the truth. Well, there's an easy solution to all of this. Just send in the right amount of ingredients every day. Let's turn this company around, Mr. Bunta. You and me. Sure? But what exactly are we supposed to do? Could you show me the sales report of each of your restaurants? Oh, I don't know how to use a computer, so could you print them all out for me and hand it to me? Ah, okay. Even though the location and the size of each restaurant is different from one another, they're all getting the same amount of ingredients every day. No wonder the company is struggling. But how do we figure out what the right amount is? For example, look at this restaurant. They had leftover ingredients 2 Saturdays ago, but last Saturday they didn't have enough. This is all so confusing. Mr. Bunta, could you figure out what the weather was like on each of those days? You can look it up on your computer, right? Sure. Here! Aha! I knew it! Look, sir, 2 Saturdays ago, it was raining where this restaurant was. But last Saturday, it was sunny. You're right. You were a franchise owner at one point, right? So you probably know all too well how there are usually fewer customers when it's raining out. Or at least that's what my father told me. He used to own a bakery. You're right! All right. Mr. Bunta, could you look up the weather for all of these days and enter them into this document? That way, we can figure out how many ingredients we should be sending depending on the weather conditions. Okay. I'll get on it right away. Thank you, sir. And while you do that, so this is the list of all of our restaurants, huh? What are you gonna do with that? Well, I'm gonna call the restaurant workers at each of these joints and check something. And what's that something? Well, I'm gonna try to use the stuff my father taught me to my advantage. Keep on checking the weather, sir. All right, leave it to me. And so, Mr. Bunta and I started to record the weather conditions for each business day to improve our sales numbers. Phew. Now all that's left to check is the restaurant that's right by the CEO's house. Oh yeah, that place. Our CEO eats there all the time. I see. Huh? What the? Oh yeah. Well, this is just between us, but... I see. What a terrible CEO. I can't let this slide. What are you gonna do? Just watch, sir. We'll make him pay for what he's done. A month later, Mr. Bunta and I made our way to the CEO's office. Excuse me, sir. Could I have a word?
Ah, crap. Ohira! The Ohira that's gonna get fired today! What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? And by the way, I want you to pay the $30,000 you owe me in bulk!
But that's only if I can't double our sales numbers, right? Look at this.
This is nowhere near double the current sales! You're completely useless, aren't you?
No, look here. Up until now, all of Skynet's restaurants have collectively produced about $100,000 worth of food losses every month. But by factoring the weather conditions for each business day, we were able to bring that number down to less than $30,000.
But that still isn't double. So that means you're getting fired!
Well, please look at this file here.
Oh great, more excuses!
We've actually increased each restaurant's sales numbers by 150%. We achieved this by collecting relevant information about events being held in each restaurant's area and making a rough prediction of the number of expected customers. And that allowed us to prevent restaurants from running out of ingredients when they needed more.
Seriously?
And when you factor that in, our sales numbers have gone up by 300%. That's 3 times what it used to be.
Well, that's hardly your achievement. Stop pretending like this was all you!
You're right. Information about small-scale events like school festivals and whatnot is not available on the internet. So this is all thanks to the workers that provided that sort of information to us.
Wait, don't tell me you called every single one of our restaurants!
Of course I did. I don't need to know how to use a computer to make phone calls. So, are you still going to fire me?
Of course I am! You owe me $30,000! Now pay up and get out!
You're the one that should leave the company, sir. You should resign, for the sake of all of your employees.
What? Why would I do that?
I heard that the Skynet's restaurant that's right by your house is managed by your wife. And I also heard that you're giving out extra cash to this restaurant. Now why is that, huh?
I don't know.
Well, that's strange, because you're all about going digital. So why wouldn't you send the money directly to the restaurant's bank account from your computer?
Oh, now I remember why! It's because my wife is so stupid that she can't even make a bank account! So I just hand her salary in cash!
I see. But according to my sources, your wife doesn't even work at that restaurant. You're stealing from the company, aren't you?
So what? I'm the freaking CEO! And by my orders, you're fired!
I see. Then all of your employees working in your restaurants and your workers at the company headquarters are all quitting along with me. So good luck managing the company by yourself.
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would they?
They all want to work with me. And if you're firing me, then they're all leaving the company with me.
But how did you get everyone on board?
Anyway, you should be listening to your employees. That's how I collected all this data. They were all very dissatisfied with how you've been sending them the same amount of ingredients every day.
No way!
Meanwhile, I changed the amount of ingredients we send to our restaurants, depending on their size, locations, nearby events, and weather conditions. And that's how I improved our sales numbers.
Damn it!
And if you're not going to resign from your position, then all of your workers are going to quit this company.
Wait a minute! Then what the hell am I supposed to do?
Why don't you just keep on playing that little game of yours? You're busy winning your race, right? Well, since all of your workers have betrayed you, you're probably going to be bored from now on. So just like that, our CEO was faced with an ultimatum: resign from his position or lose all of his employees. There was no way he would be able to keep the company running if he lost all of his workers, so he had no choice but to resign from his role as CEO. Having tripled the sales numbers, Mr. Bunta was promoted to an executive office. I was also promoted, and now I'm the manager of my department. I didn't think my father's teachings would become useful in this way. As a manager, I want to turn Skynet into a restaurant chain that's loved by all, just like how my father's bakery was. Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. And if you have time, please check out our other videos as well. Alright then, see you next time. Bye.